welcome back to Kickin' and Streamin'. It's me, Tammy. Did you miss me? I got kicked by 2020 just like everybody else, and it's taken me a while to kind of get back on my feet and, film. So, first of all, I hope you guys enjoy my new set. Still working on it, haven't quite worked out all the kinks yet. But the only way that's going to happen is if I actually start filming in here. So, obviously, the pièce de résistance. Star Wars. Yes. I have episodes 5 and 6. I just haven't them framed, and I don't really have a lot of space, but Star Wars. You know. Some things from my trip to Italy, and just some other odds and ends that's really kind of been fun to kind of put together. Not done yet. I definitely still have a long ways to go, but I wanted to kind of film in here and catch you up on everything that's been kind of going on and review a few things for you, because gosh darn it, I have missed that. So, 2020 can go suck it. Thankfully, I have been extremely blessed by being able to work from home. For those of you who don't know, I'm an IT trainer at Psych, and I have been able to work from home and do all the trainings and help people, IT-wise, obviously. I'm very fortunate and blessed, which is good. And all of that was, in place before June, because June kind of sucked. Now, I was going to start a new channel. I'm still working on that. It's coming. I'll talk more about it later. I'm not giving this one up. I'm still kind of figuring out what I want to do with this one. Because I want to make some changes. I want to do some more fun things. But I wanted my other channel to be about my motorcycle. I love my motorcycle. I've only been riding for a few years. I drive a Honda Shadow Aero 750. She's gorgeous. I love her. Her name is Scarlett. And, So needless to say, 2020 can suck it! So, have you ever gotten your car serviced, and your brakes in particular, and you go from having really squishy brakes where they're just you really have to slam down and in hopes that you might stop before hitting the car in front of you? Yeah, I had to have my brakes done on my motorcycle. Not a big deal, but they were definitely very super sensitive. And I was going down a hill. One that I had driven down before. Not a big deal. Unfortunately, when I applied my brakes to stop for the light at the bottom of the hill, I locked my brakes. Then I started fishtailing, overcorrected, and then went flying over my handlebars and face planted, going about 30 miles an hour. Now, thankfully, because I was wearing a helmet, I am not dead. So that be lesson number 1 for you. Always wear a freaking helmet. Some of these guys I see out here, I'm in Utah and there's no mandatory helmet law, and I see guys wearing shorts and wife beaters and no helmet riding on the freaking freeway going 80 miles an hour, and I have anxiety attacks on their behalf. I knew that when I was riding, I did not want to be an organ donor before my time. And thankfully, I was really fortunate. I did get banged up, road rash, all that fun stuff, but I was wearing long, a jacket, jeans, helmet. Unfortunately, I also broke my ankle. Now, I did a good job breaking my ankle. Now, I managed to get to 4 or something and had never broken a bone before. I truly impressed the surgeons up at the U that did the surgery on my leg, so much so that I was one of their case of the weeks. They are nicknamed the Cows, which I found absolutely freaking hysterical. So I shattered my ankle quite substantially. Had to be non-weight bearing. Normally they say, 6 weeks is how long it takes for a bone to heal. I had to be non-weight bearing for 10, then another 6 weeks on top of that of still wearing a boot, working on non-weight bearing things. And here we are in November, and I still have to wear a boot when I'm like walking long distances. So, needless to say, yeah, it has been a challenge. I also went through a period of dealing with some depression and anxiety. We had an earthquake here, so my kids, my son and his wife and grandbaby, who she is freaking adorable, I love her so much, they came to stay with me for a couple weeks. Unfortunately, now they're in West Virginia with her family, so I miss her so much. Thankfully, Theo was here, and he took such good care of me. I don't know what I would have done without him. So this is my very public thank you to my child, who really has been struggling too, but I don't know what I would have done without him. And yeah. So it is now November 1st that I'm filming this, and I'm finally feeling like a normal human being. I've been going back to work now for the last couple of weeks, actually on campus, which has been freaking amazing. And yeah, so I'm almost human. We'll see how that goes and that continues, but at least I'm going in the right general direction. So one of the ways that my anxiety has been kind of manifesting itself is by the fact that I'm really struggling to watch new things. And I don't know about you guys, but I haven't been going to the movies. So thankfully there is streaming services, and I have great internet and many streaming services, as well as a very nice TV in my front room. So I have been fortunate to watch a lot of things. I've also been watching a lot of true crime. I am kind of a true crime junkie. We won't talk about how many true crime docs I have seen over the last several months. But I kind of wanted to talk about some of the things I've watched over the last several months. Again, like I said, I watched some new things, and some things were super fun. Other things, not so much. I rewatched a lot of television because there were just... I needed to have familiarity. I wasn't getting out. I know that I'm sure I'm not in the same. I'm not alone in this. But I didn't actually even go outside for like 6 weeks after my accident. So yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle, and so thankfully, me and my television, and my phone I've had a really good relationship with them over the last few months. I don't know what I would have done without them. They have just... Anyway, so let's kind of talk about some of the things that I watched that delighted me. The first one would definitely be Enola Holmes. Millie Bobby Brown is so cute. Oh my gosh. She is quite an actress and captured this period of a girl out of time almost. A very modern girl in England that is struggling to be, the past and the present not communicating very well. So definitely super fun. I've watched it actually a few times because it's so cute. So if you are looking for something that is family friendly and clean and delightful, also has a really cute Henry Cavill as Sherlock, definitely worth checking out. Another thing that I watched that has been so fun, was What We Do in Shadows. So that is a television series based off of the movie that was directed and written by Taika Waititi and Jermaine Clement from New Zealand. I love that movie. I saw it at Sundance in whenever that came out. Midnight showing. So fun. Love that movie. And so I was really excited that they made a television series. But then life happened, and I didn't get to see season 1 when it originally came out. But season 2 came right in the middle of a pandemic, so I binged What We Do in Shadows. That did not disappoint. It is rude, crude, socially unacceptable, totally not child appropriate, and so freaking hysterical. So should watch it. Definitely not kid friendly. But if you need a good laugh, need something that is just wildly inappropriate, yeah, What We Do in Shadows, right there for you. A few other things that I watched. I really liked the new Unsolved Mysteries that was on Netflix. I watched the first 6 episodes. I think the next 6 have come out yet, or maybe they're coming. Again, true crime junkie. And there were some interesting mysteries there. Makes me wish or wonder what would I have done if I had taken my other road that I looked at, back 20-something years ago and became a private investigator instead. Who knows? But mysteries are good, and Unsolved Mysteries does not disappoint. I definitely liked how they updated it for the 21st century. I saw Ready or Not. That one I had wanted to see, even bought a ticket for it in the theater. It is another one of those gory, not child-friendly films. But I actually enjoyed it way more than I was expecting to, because I'm not necessarily a fan of horror films. Just not usually my cup of tea. I need to have something that is unique, and I really thought that Ready or Not was actually kind of fun. I started watching The Duchess, which is on Netflix. It stars Katherine Ryan, and I really enjoy her stand-up, and I saw her show, and I was like, oh, this looks fun. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, it just did not connect with me, and I feel really bad. It's semi-autobiographical, another rude, crude, socially unacceptable thing. Again, I don't have a problem with that, but I just, for whatever reason, it just didn't connect with me. I don't know, maybe I'll try watching it again, but I tried watching several episodes, and I just, like, some things you catch and you're just like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, I can't stop. And other things you're just like, okay. I don't know. I feel bad. Like I said, I really enjoy her comedy. It's super funny, and I wanted to like this, and it just didn't grab me. Something that I saw that was so forgettable. Forgettable is not a good thing. Boring, also not good. Which was Old Guard. It starred Charlize Theron, and it was something that is right up my alley. Military, sci-fi, a little bit of fantasy thrown in. And it was so boring. Just boring. Not memorable at all. And that's not a good quality to have if you want to have people watch your stuff. Just did not connect. Error 404. So, something else I watched. Again, I didn't not like it. I liked it, fine, but it was kind of one of those shows that you're just like, it's funny, it's very relevant, but it doesn't feel like it has a lot of staying power, and that was Space Force. It had, Steve Carell, John Malkovich. I certainly thought it was hysterical at the time, but it didn't have staying power with me. It didn't have... there were storyline plots that didn't resolve. I'm all for a good, you know, plot twist and, you know, being left on a cliffhanger. But you have to at least resolve a couple of things. And this just felt... When that's the feeling, you're just like... So, yeah. Unfortunately, I feel bad because, again, it's comedy and nerd things. Things I totally would normally go for. It just didn't connect with me. So I have something that's a bit of a unpopular opinion, this next one. It is Meg's absolute favorite film, Hocus Pocus. Now, I finally watched it. I had never seen it before. I think if I had seen it when I was younger, I could see it how it could have become one of my favorite films. It just... didn't really connect with me. Now, I have films that are absolute horribly done films, and I love them with all of my being. And I'm sure Meg would be like, why do you like this film? It's ridiculous. We all have those things, those films that just we saw as kids and affected us at that right time in our life. And I think, unfortunately, Hocus Pocus did not land simply because I think I was just too old and I just didn't connect with it. So, unfortunate. It's too bad. There's a few other things that I rewatched because they're always worth watching. One of my favorites, when I need to put some background music on or something background just so that I'm cleaning or something, I love putting musicals on. One of my favorite musicals is Psych the musical. And I love Psych in general. Sean and Gus warm my heart. And there was a bit of rewatching of Psych, especially right after my accident, because I was slightly drugged with pain meds and I didn't have to think about it. A couple other shows that I rewatched. Leverage, always fun. Classic heist shows. Aldous Hodge, he's so cute. I love him. I really enjoyed him in Invisible Man that came out earlier this year. I hear that they're going to be doing like a reunion or something, or a reboot of that. If there is, I'm definitely going to check that out. Terra Nova is fun. Unfortunately, it only got like 12 episodes. It's like Firefly, got canceled far too soon. I hate Fox. But that's a fun one to rewatch because it's got dinosaurs and time travel and hot soldiers. It works. It works for me. Just saying. A couple other things that I watched. I've been rewatching Doctor Who. Now, I grew up with the Fourth Doctor on PBS Saturday nights at like 10 o'clock at night. I am trying to track down those episodes that I saw when I was a kid because, yeah, I need to rewatch them so that they can match with my brain and my memories and kind of figure out, it's like, oh, that's what's happening. But I've been rewatching, starting with Christopher Eccleston. I am not done yet. I am just finished David Tennant. So I will be watching Matt Smith. I have 2 more episodes of David Tennant. It's his final 2 episodes before he, regenerates. But it was a lot of fun to rewatch. And I'm excited because after Matt Smith happened and after he regenerated, I didn't have access to Doctor Who. So I have not seen any of the Peter Capaldi or Jodie Whittaker doctors. And so I'm anxious to get caught up. And with that, yeah, that's a fun one. I also started watching Westworld. I like Westworld a lot. However, I started watching it after my accident, and it was just too deep. and cerebral for me to handle in my slightly drugged state, because there is so much happening there that I'm just like, this is so cool and I really like it. But so I'm going to be finishing that. What else have I watched? Some classics, I'm sure. But like I said, a lot of true crime. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this rundown of me just rambling on about some of the fun things that I watched, some not so fun things. I hope you like my new studio. Please let me know what you think about that in the comments below. It's good to be back. I've missed everybody. I hope everyone is surviving COVID and election that's coming up, and everyone's staying safe and doing all the things that you need to do. I can't wait to get back to watching movies in the gloriousness this is a movie theater, and I'm glad that I have a decent television. I can watch things from the comfort of my couch, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!